evening and welcome to the 550th meeting of the City of Laurel Planning Commission. Please note, if you wish to be heard at this meeting, please sign the speaker list provided on the table at the side of the council chamber. Ms. Green, if you would please call the roll.
Councilman Smalls.
Here.
Ms. Parker. Mr. Wilson. Mr. Kish.
Here.
Mr. Welford.
Here.
Chairwoman Bettman.
Here.
You have a quorum, Madam Chairwoman.
Thank you. Agenda item 2, approval of the minutes from the June 13, 2017 minute. We received these in advance via email and have a hard copy here with us this evening. Are there any questions for staff? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion.
Madam Chairman, I make a motion. We accept the minutes, approve the minutes for the June 13th meeting.
Then I'll second.
Ms. Green, if you would call the roll.
Mr. Kish.
Yes.
Mr. Welford.
Yes.
Chairwoman Bettman.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Agenda item 3, annexation number 1-2017, 7041 and 7051 Van Dusen Road for the annexation of 32.68 acres, Annexation Plan Resolution number 10-17, Annexation Resolution number 11-17, Charter Resolution number 171, filed by Strittmatter Land, LLC, for recommendation to the mayor and city council. We will have a public hearing on this and final action by the planning commission. Nathan, I believe you're going to advise us?
Correct.
Thank you.
Good evening, Madam Chairwoman and council members. The proposed property is known as 7041 Conti Road and 7051 Conti Road, Laurel, Maryland, owned by Strittmatter Conti LLC, is seeking first annexation to 2017 approval to annex a total of 32.68 acres onto the corporate boundaries of the city of Laurel, north of the West Side development. Portion of the land, 26.6 acres, will be developed into a residential townhouse community zone RT residential townhouse. The other portion, 6.02 acres, will be zoned R5, one family attached, for a multi-purpose athletic field with associated parking that will be deeded to the city once constructed. This annexation area is within the growth limits identified in the city's master plan municipal growth area and is consistent with the general growth element of the city's comprehensive master plan. Staff recommends that the Planning Commission recommend approval of Annexation Plan Resolution number 1017, Annexation Resolution number 1117, and Charter Resolution number 171 for first annexation 2017 to the Mayor and City Council per technical staff report. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions for Nathan? Councilman Smalls, any questions for staff?
No.
Okay. I will, thank you, Nathan. I will open the public hearing on this annexation. I do have Mr. Gibbs signed up to speak. If you would state your name and address for the record, please, and welcome.
Good evening, Chairwoman Bettman, members of the Commission, Councilman Smalls. Edward Gibbs, an attorney with offices in Largo, Maryland. I represent Strittmatter Conti LLC, the owner and intended developer of this property. Strittmatter, of course, owns and developed the West Side project, which is immediately south and contiguous to this property. The annexation has been ongoing. We've had a number of discussions and meetings, both with the mayor and staff. We have an annexation agreement, which was negotiated and reviewed. It went through the hearing process, and I believe it's now signed. And so we're just really into the formal procedures of completing the annexation of this property. We have two properties involved. Excuse me, the first is the Fleester property, which is the larger of the two, and it's presently zoned R18C in Prince George's County, and is proposed to be placed in the RT city zone upon completion of the annexation. And then the Kaufman property, which is much smaller, it is zoned RR, single family detached RR in the county zone classification, in schedule, I believe, to go to the city's comparable zone. I think it's R5. And so we're here to answer any questions. We've been working with your staff on developing a concept plan for the athletic field that my client is going to construct and deed to the city. And we're excited to bring another property into the city. It's consistent with your master plan growth boundary area. And I'm happy to be here representing my client and to answer any questions.
Thank you. For those that are here that may not know a whole lot about the background of this, and I believe it was included in the city report, but can you just state what the intention is for the property? This is
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. The Fleester property we intend to develop with a residential townhome community with a density which is consistent with your RT zone, but with the neo-traditional overlay, which we are going to apply for after the annexation is complete. The neo-traditional overlay allows for some flexibility in terms of how the lots are sized and setback and so forth. And so once we complete the annexation process, we intend to file for the neo-traditional overlay. We'll go through that process, and assuming a satisfactory conclusion and approval, we will then go forward with our preliminary subdivision plan, which of course will be directly before you for your review and action.
Thank you.
But that's the intention. The Kaufman property, the smaller piece, was actually acquired by my client because Fleester had a very, very minimal amount of frontage on the public road. And consequently, we needed additional frontage for access, and we were able to obtain that property and put them together and of course, agree to construct the
Thank you.
associated park.
So the only thing that is in front of us as a body this evening is the annexation of the two properties for recommendation. Are there any questions for Mr. Gibb?
I have none.
I don't have any questions. I just want to make a comment, and I know it's not really what's in front of us or you as a commission for this, but Mr. Gibbs mentioned that the project would be a neo-traditional. The city's had, I think, a very successful neo-traditional project with the crescents across from the firehouse. I presume, Mr. Gibbs, it'll be in that style of with rear-loaded parking and drive aisles and that sort of thing, perhaps.
I can't.
And that's down the road, and
Right.
I
It is down
understand
the
it. I
road.
know that's not the agenda
Right.
item tonight, but I just,
So we have had
a point of
successful,
reference.
a successful application of that.
Yep.
We'll
Thank
be
you.
working with your staff as we move forward, and with you, of course,
Great.
for the preliminary plan and detail.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I do not have anyone else signed up. Is there anyone else wishing to speak on this agenda item? Hearing and seeing no one, I will close the public hearing on this application. And if there are no further questions, I will entertain a motion.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the annexation number 1-2017, 7041 and 751 Van Dusen Road for the annexation of 32.68 acres, and to include the Annexation Plan Resolution number 10-17 and the Annexation Resolution number 11-17 and the Charter Resolution number 171 filed by Strittmatter Land, LLC, and recommend to the mayor and city council, for recommendation to the mayor and city council.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
You sure do.
Thank you. Ms. Green?
Mr. Welford?
Yes.
Mr. Kish?
Yes.
Chairwoman Bettman?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. We have no further action. I would just like to welcome a scout that we have with us in our audience who is here for his citizenship, and welcome. And we hope that you stay interested in government and city and municipalities. Thank you. The meeting is adjourned.